Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, today I want to talk about motorcycle design, classic bikes that we use to move around, not just motorcycles, but also ATVs, right? Dirt bikes. A lot of us love to ride these, and just want to talk a little bit about the design elements of ATVs, motorcycles, and I just want to talk about the initial design process. A lot of times, you know, when we're coming up with ideas, the classics, right? Just talk about the evolution of design and how far we've come. Like, you guys probably remember, depending on how old you are, some of these we're seeing in the classics. You might hear the gunshots going off. I'm here, I'm near the gun range, so it's like a military base. They have a lot of military artifacts here, and I just wanted to talk about mainly the design process. A lot of times we go through as creatives, right? And I talk about in this video and on this channel, design is all around us. It's everywhere. You know, artists, designers, and engineers have played, continue to play a major role in our everyday lives. But we all have to start somewhere, right? We all have to start somewhere. Nothing starts off perfect. Nothing starts off fabulous and finished. I talked about in my last video how, as a designer, we go through design iterations, which means changes, right? So this motorcycle has definitely gone through some changes. Needless to say, right? It starts off this way, but trust me, during its time, this was the it. You know what I said? This was the flavor of the year. This was the flavor of the century when this was first done, right? But now we've evolved, right? Things have gotten more modern with technology, and even how we design things, right? You used to have to be able to draw. You know, you used to have to be a draftsman to really be able to be considered a designer or an artist, right? You used to have that skill naturally, but not in today's world. In today's world, you can use a computer, you can use different modules, import this, import that, you know, get a plug-in for this, right? And still, it's a valuable design process. I'm not knocking it, even though I'm come from the old school, right, where I have to draw things out. So I do have I'm a master draftsman. I have that skill set. However, it's not so much of just being able to have things look exactly the way you want. It's the thought process first. It starts with an idea, and then we can evolve into what becomes real, right? So you may look at this now and say, oh, this is a piece of junk. You know, what, I mean, who wants to drive around in this? Or who would ride around in this? Or, you know, if you're into nostalgia, then this is perfect, right? This is a collector's item. You know, you would love to ride around in something like this today. But it hasn't always been that way, right? So, yeah, it hasn't always been that way, but it has to start somewhere. And that's what I'm trying to encourage today. I wanted to talk about where you can start with your ideas and your designs and how they will eventually evolve. So, you know, BMW created this motorbike design, and I'm sure at the time when it was done, it was absolutely phenomenal. It was the talk of the town. Everybody wanted this particular bike at that time. right? Just like today, like something comes out new, oh man, I gotta have that. That's, you know, that's new, that's popping, you know what I'm saying? That's lit, that's it, that's what I gotta have. And I'm sure by, you know, years now, there'll be a new slang term for what's cool and what's hip. But it still goes back to the idea, the concept of thinking of a concept, thinking of an idea, and then beginning to execute on that particular idea. Just like these beautiful ATVs sitting here right now, you know, with the mud on them, the dirt, they've really been through it, okay? But you can easily see the evolution from those bikes to these bikes, right? You can see there's a huge evolution. But my point is, things don't always start off perfect. We have to continue to work and make iterations to make things better. And that's the point I wanted to make today with this video. You know, as a designer, we go through a lot of different iterations. We go through a lot of changes and things. I'm always talking about the thinking process and really just getting in tune with your mind and trying to make things better, right? As designers, you know, we're big on research and understanding, and then also empathizing with the end user, trying to understand what's going to be best for the actual user, who's going to use this product, what they're going to use it for. You know, why does my design work? Why does my design not work? It's called end user research, right? User research. So we have to go through this process in order to determine if that design is really going to be sufficient or if it's going to be useful to the end user, right? If you don't go through usability testing, and people get, for instance, like if you don't test this and you put this out on the road or you put this out for sale and someone gets hurt, I mean, you could be in a lot of trouble, right? So that's what I mean by you go through different design iterations. Imagine what they had to go through to create the BMW bike that I was just sharing with you in this video. As designers, we go through this process, and it's cool. It's cool to make sure that what you're creating, what you're designing, is going to be actually useful to the end user. You just don't want to make anything. You just don't want to make garbage. We always want to make something that's going to benefit the end user or the person that we're designing things for, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Like, initially, things may not look the way we ultimately want them to look, like this bike or that bike. You know, it's not cookie cutter, right? It's not like fresh out the box, oh, there it is, it works. That's not how it works. We go through several different stages, several different changes, and you'll notice that if you are a creative person, you know, you're trying to create stuff, whether it's ATVs, bikes, or Jeeps, cars, or even just clothing, whatever it is that you're trying to design or facilitate for someone to use, you're gonna go through some changes, right? Get ready to go through some changes. That's life. Life is full of changes, and so is design. So I just wanted to, you know, kind of give my 2 cents. Well, it's kind of rolling back, and share this with you guys. Make a video to try to inspire either young designers, old designers, people that don't know anything about design, just to get involved, right? Become creative and start. You gotta start somewhere. A lot of times we look at stuff and we go, oh, I can't do that. You talk yourself out of it, right? But start with a crummy sketch. Start with something that doesn't look perfect, that looks like garbage, right? That's how it starts, right? Just doodling, sketching. Start with that. That's the process. Just start with that. And then from there, you can say, oh, I'm gonna make this change. I'm gonna make that change. And eventually, you'll notice it'll get better and better, and to the point where it's like, now that's it. You can do it with painting, you can do it with anything. I mean, cutting up paper, whatever it is, find something creative to do, use your imagination more, feel inspired, and don't let the naysayers or the people like, oh, that's ugly, that's nothing, why are you wasting your time on that? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to those people. Do not. Continue to pursue your dreams, continue to dream and use your imagination. Eventually, you'll get there. Just have patience and consistency. Just be patient, consistency, it'll all come together, it'll all come to pass, it'll all come to fruition. All right, guys? So that's what I have to share with you guys today. I hope I've inspired someone to become creative and recognize that art is all around us. You know, it's not just one thing in particular. Artists, designers, and engineers have all come together to create our world and make our world a better place. And you can begin to contribute as well. So with that being said, you guys can support the channel by purchasing one of my designer t-shirts. Today I'm wearing the Philippines t-shirt. So in every video, I wear a shirt that represents a country. Not that I'm in the Philippines, I'm actually in Thailand, but I continue to share my designs from all the different places I've been around the world to visit. So you can support the channel that way. If you cannot or don't want to buy one of my t-shirts, that's fine as well. But just give the video a thumbs up. Boom. That's support as well. Thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment below. All right. Share some of your desires or what you want to design or think about. I love to hear from you guys. And if I can, I'll definitely, you know, give you some feedback, maybe some other pointers and things that you can do to get started. But you got to start first. You got to start somewhere first. All right, guys? So with that being said, peace, love, and everything. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.